A manifold gauge, also called a refrigerant gauge set, is a tool used to measure and control refrigerant pressure in air conditioning and refrigeration systems. It allows HVAC technicians to charge refrigerant, recover refrigerant, and diagnose system performance. The gauge set connects between the refrigeration system and the refrigerant cylinder, allowing the technician to read both high and low pressures. While manifold gauges will differ slightly among manufacturers, most manifold gauges have the same basic parts, consisting of a high-pressure valve, red, and a low-pressure valve, blue. Attached to these valves are three hoses: a blue hose connected to the low-pressure valve, a red hose connected to the high-pressure valve, and a yellow hose in the middle, which can be directed to either valve. The center unit where everything is attached together is called the manifold, which is why this tool is called a manifold gauge. The basic parts of a standard manifold gauge include low-pressure valve, high-pressure valve, low-pressure gauge, blue, high-pressure gauge, red, low-pressure hose, blue, high-pressure hose, red, center hose, yellow. Centerpiece. Manifold gauge sets can be either analog or digital, and some may have additional valves or functions depending on the brand, inclusions, and other considerations. Manifold gauge sets are used for multiple purposes in HVAC work: measuring system operating pressures, charging refrigerant into a system, recovering refrigerant from a system, pulling a vacuum before charging, diagnosing problems like low refrigerant, restrictions, or overcharging. A manifold gauge works by sending a flow of gas through the set. The yellow hose can be connected to an external source, such as a vacuum pump or refrigerant bottle. Depending on the situation, the low-pressure blue valve and high-pressure red valve would be connected appropriately. Here are a few examples of how manifold gauges work. Pressure readings. When taking pressure readings, the red hose would be connected to an HVAC high-pressure line, and the blue hose would be connected to an HVAC low-pressure line. Then the HVAC technician would simply look at the gauges and record the reading. Vacuuming. In the case of vacuuming, the yellow hose would be attached to a vacuum pump, and the blue hose would go to the unit. The blue valve would be left open so the pump could work. Adding refrigerant. If refrigerant is being added to an AC unit, the yellow hose would connect to the external source, the refrigerant bottle, and the red hose would be connected to the unit. The HVAC technician would monitor how much refrigerant is being added to the system and turn it off when it reaches the correct amount. Now you know what a manifold gauge is, its parts, uses, and how it works. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more HVAC videos. Thanks for watching.